Next up, we've got Carmen Gray, who is a teacher, master Reiki practitioner, and writer who lives in Austin. You can find her published work in the Naga Review online, on her blog walkersonthejourney.com, in Poet's Choice, and in Roadkill Volume 1. Her latest short fiction piece, The Smoke's Gotta Go Somewhere, is in the fall 2019 edition of Roadkill, Volume 4, Texas Horror by Texas Writers. Welcome.
So I'm going to start in the middle of the story. And basically, we have a character, her name's Rebecca. She works on the east side of Austin, cleaning houses. She frequents a little coffee shop on the east side, and so here we are, where she enters the shop and makes eye contact with the barista. "Hey, can I get a coffee and a reading?" she asked, after taking a deep breath. "Long or short?" he asked. "Long or short what?" "Long or short reading. I charge $20 for short readings, $45 for long ones. Which one do you want?" he asked. Well, that was easy, Rebecca thought. She'd been so nervous, and it was obvious he'd been asked to do this plenty of times before. It was no big deal. Why had she tried to turn it into such an obstacle? "Whichever, I just need a reading," she said. "Yeah, I can tell," he said, setting down her coffee. "Okay, I can do it in 15 minutes. Meet me at that corner table," he nodded toward the back of the shop. Rebecca seated herself at the table he indicated. She sipped her coffee and waited. She anticipated work. It would not be fun, but Irma always made even the shittiest days a little bit brighter. Maybe Dolores would be there. She hadn't shown up last night. When the three of them, Irma, Dolores, and Rebecca, were together, they seemed to buoy one another with a more positive energy. When he joined her, Rebecca found out his name was Tor. Tor had piercing eyes, even more so up close. He smelled faintly of poison perfume, that hint of amber with a sweet, cooling scent from the 90s. It reminded Rebecca of her mother long ago, when she cared about her hygiene. Tor stared at her, it seemed without blinking, for a full minute. Rebecca finally looked down at her hands. How was this supposed to happen, she wondered. Was she, once more, overthinking the situation? There was no real reason for her to feel uncomfortable. She'd just never done this before. As if he'd heard her question out loud, he said, "Look, let's start with your theme of the day." He slowly shuffled the cards. "You'll need to split the deck 3 ways and then make it whole again." Rebecca broke up the deck into thirds and put them all back together. "All right," Tor began flipping through the cards. The hangman card popped up, facing Rebecca. "Well, that's good. He's facing you," Tor stated. "Good? It's a hanged man. How is that good?" "Well, facing upright from you, it means you are meditating on a change, breaking a pattern, most likely a familial pattern." "Well, that's true," Rebecca said, her mind slipping into a deeper engagement with the process. "Okay, let's go from there. What questions do you have about your day?" Tor asked gently. "I want to know who the heck this person is that I'm dreamt about today." He nodded. "Let's ask the cards." "Yeah, because I keep seeing it." "What, the person?" "Well, yeah, except it's a body, like from a biology book? Sinews and muscles and bones?" Interesting. Let's find out. "Okay, cards. Who is this person that Rebecca is seeing today?" Tor asked. He flipped through the cards and 2 leapt out. He gestured toward the first one. 3 of Swords pointed toward you. This means there was a deep emotional wound that was a necessary part of your life. You are being called to grieve it. This is necessary in order to facilitate moving forward. Next, we have the 6 of Cups facing you also. This represents your childhood, getting in touch with the freedom and happy memories of your youth. That still doesn't answer who this body is, exclaimed Rebecca. I think, Tor responded. The message is, this person is someone from your past, during a difficult time. They're asking you to surrender to the grief and retain the happy memories, then to move forward with your life. There was a flicker, a movement behind Tor's shoulders. What was that? She pointed. Tor turned to look at the empty wall behind him. There's nothing there, at least not on this plane of being. Perhaps it is the person you've been seeing. It was a person from your past that you need to grieve, but also remember the innocent times with. There was no doubt in Rebecca's mind. Still, she couldn't bring herself to speak his name. I think I know. What time is it? I need to be at work by 10 o'clock. Rebecca wanted to change the subject. Enough of this mumbo-jumbo. It made her feel uncomfortable. The delicate hairs on her arms tingled. It's 9:15, Tor responded. I didn't get to do much reading here. We're just at the beginning. That's okay. I think I got what I needed. Already she had risen from her chair. Tor looked at her, his eyes puzzled. I've got to go, or I'll be late. Here's $20. Can I come back for another reading soon? Rebecca asked, starting to leave. Yes, of course. Let's ask one more question. His tone was firm, almost insistent. How about, what about your future before you go? Okay. What's in store for me tonight, Cards? Rebecca paused, sitting down again. She forced a smile. Suddenly she felt as if she may have seemed rude, and that was not what she wanted. Tor revealed the Fool card, facing Rebecca. Well, it looks as if you were being invited to begin your journey. What journey? Rebecca asked. A new expedition, something completely different. Time for you to dance and be free again, Tor said, moving his fingers in the air like a ballet dancer. He smiled gently, ready to let her leave. Come back tomorrow, and we can finish up your reading. Again, he stared at her with such intensity. Rebecca met his gaze. She had a sense that she'd stepped out of the flow of time. Instead of the baristas, she felt as if she were staring into her own mother's eyes. Not the mother she knew now, but the mother she had known from those early childhood days. She blinked and murmured an almost inaudible goodbye. Moving away without looking back, she wasn't so sure she'd be coming back tomorrow to finish up that reading. I'm going to let you finish this.